Hi, I'm Graham from Royston and Lund Estate Agents, and I'm here at Gilt enjoying a cup of coffee. I'm just going to give you an overview of the market, let you know what's happened, what we expect to see in the market, and a couple of tips as to what we might be able to offer you a little bit of help and advice if you're thinking of selling your home. So an overview of where we are today. The 2 years previously with the pandemic is now gone. There's been a little bit more stability in the market after the aggression over those last 2 years in the housing market. For the early part of the year, we experienced in all of our areas, which include Wolverhampton, Ashby, West Bridgford and Keyworth, the property market was very strong, lots of buyers, houses were coming on the market. We have seen a slight slowing of this movement throughout the year with less houses coming to the market, but still really positive signs with house buyers. This is largely down to seasonality, and during the last couple of years we've actually moved away from the general trends of what we've seen in the housing market, which is where we have periods of the market where people will go away on holiday, we'll have a lightening off of viewings and things like that. During the pandemic, this hasn't been the case. People haven't been going away on holiday, and this is the first time we've seen a flurry of people going abroad, and certainly over the course of the last month and a half, the viewing levels have been considerably lower. So what we're finally seeing is a return to normality. And nationally, the growth is predicted to be 7% this year. Locally, here in West Bridgford, I think it's fair to say we often buck the trend. We are slightly ahead of the prediction. We're already at 7%, so we might see a couple of percent more rise. We are seeing with our other branches in Keyworth, Ashby and Wolverhampton, they're showing similar kinds of patterns. So things are looking good locally, they're looking good nationally, and if you are thinking of selling, now is a good time. After the initial flurry through the first half of the year, we've actually seen house prices drop during August. As I say, largely related to the holiday period. And as we move into the September market, we expect to see this stabilise and probably start to increase again towards the end of the year. So as we move forward now, looking at the last quarter of the year, I think it's important to note that if you are thinking of selling and wanting to move before Christmas, time is running out. I want to talk a little bit about solicitors now, a huge part in the sale process. We have seen throughout this year one of the biggest issues is the time it is taking from a sale through to completion. A national average now is 19 weeks. So bear that in mind when you are thinking of moving. It could take 4.5 months to get your property sale through. What we want to do is give you some help, advice, tips, and this very much comes in line with this because choosing your solicitor is going to be vitally important. A good solicitor can save weeks, and so we find it's really important that you do your due diligence, choose a good solicitor, and this could help in the sale process. The most commonly asked question I'm getting asked on valuations at the moment is regarding interest rate rises. We have seen a 6th consecutive interest rate rise, going from 0.5% up to 1.75% throughout the year. We actually haven't seen too much of an influence of this on the housing market at this moment in time, and I don't think we'll actually see too much of it in the near future. Historically, 1.75% on an interest rate is still really low, and this is having an effect when people are going in to still get a mortgage. There's still plenty of buyers out there because their ability to get a mortgage is still really good. The rates are still low, people's affordability is really good, so we're actually finding that people wanting to buy houses, it's not really influencing them a great deal. But I think moving forward we will start to see some effects of the interest rate rises, mainly for people who are coming out of fixed rate terms and going into a variable rate. And I think this could allow us to see more houses coming onto the market through people financially struggling, coupled in with the cost of living. So looking ahead, will house prices continue to fall? Will they rise? Will they stabilise? What we're seeing at the moment is that buyer demand is still outstripping supply. So while that is the case, there is no reason why the housing market will drop. With the cost of living, a lot of people are paying more attention to EPCs and looking at the effect it could have on their housing bills. So there's been a definite rise in demand for our new homes. But equally, that takes nothing away from our more traditional or Victorian properties that maybe aren't quite so well on their EPC ratings. But it is noticeable that these are improving, and more houses that we go out to, the EPC gradings are improving as people continue to improve their houses. Using data from Rightmove, we are getting reports through that they fully expect there to be a good aggression in the market towards the end of this year as we move forward. So if you are thinking of selling, now is a great time to either be looking to sell your property or indeed find that dream home for you. I hope you found that useful, and let us know what your thoughts are in the comments beneath. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.